So if you look right here, you can see I sold a single item for over $68,000. Now, when most people hear that number, they look at me like I'm crazy. They say, wait, how could you sell an item for over $65,000 as a complete beginner? But that's not even the craziest part. I've never even seen or touched a single item that I've sold, which is exactly why in this video here, I want to break down how literally anyone, not just some retail giant like Walmart or Home Depot, can do this. And it doesn't even matter if you're a complete beginner and you don't have any starting capital. And most importantly, you can do this while taking little to no risk. And I'm going to reveal to you exactly what that product I sold was. But stick around and pay attention, because if not, it's not going to make any sense when we get there. Now, selling products for over $10,000 is actually way simpler than you think. So what is it that you're missing? What is it that I discovered to make this even possible? Now, it should come as no surprise that not very many people even know about this, because when people discover a method this powerful, they usually keep it a secret. So you're probably wondering, why would I give it away? Well, for now, I'll say this. I found a way where by showing this to you, it actually helps me make more money. That's all I'm gonna say for now. We'll get into the details a bit later on. First though, when most people think of making money online, they usually imagine cheap, low-priced products like phone cases, fake AirPods, hairbrushes, massage guns, all these sorts of things. Now, selling items like this might seem like an easy way to get started. Just go find a product from China on some platform like AliExpress, list it on your Shopify store in a single click, and then start earning ads. Simple enough, right? Wrong. Here's the problem. When you do that, you're competing with millions of other sellers from day one who can all sell the exact same thing as you with a click, meaning that you will face endless competition. The second issue is that the products you're selling are extremely low quality, which just leads to angry customers and bad reviews. And third, you're going to get paper thin profit margins. So you need to sell thousands and thousands of products to make enough just to leave your job. Now, even though it is easy to set up, starting a business like this just means you're doomed to fail from day one. Now, there's something interesting about dropshipping that many people get wrong. A lot of people automatically assume that dropshipping means doing what I described, going and finding cheap products and then selling them to people in the US. But dropshipping is actually nothing more than a fulfillment method. It just means the product that you're selling is in someone else's warehouse. It's not in your own warehouse. Now, before I reveal to you how I sold one item for over $65,000, you must first understand how I got here. Because just a few short years ago, I was in law school living in my mom's basement in a tiny, cold Canadian town. I was over $180,000 in law school debt, and I literally thought I would never accomplish my goals. But then I discovered a very little known business model that completely turned my life around. And it actually makes a lot of sense when you hear how it works. So you know how when you go to a store like Walmart or Home Depot, you're not buying Walmart or Home Depot products, right? Like if you're buying a TV, it's not gonna be a Walmart TV. Instead, you're buying brand name products that Walmart and Home Depot have become a retailer for. So Walmart and Home Depot, they don't have to invent things like a TV. They don't have to manufacture a TV. They just have to bring in the customers and make the sales. Now, when a store like Walmart sells for a brand, that is called becoming an authorized retailer. Now, for a very long time, this model was out of reach to 99.9% of people because you needed a huge physical location, you needed a big brand presence and a proven track record. But now, thanks to the internet and technology, there is a sneaky way where anybody can take advantage of this insane opportunity, even if you don't have any prior experience and even if you have minimal starting capital. Now, the method I'm going to be telling you about is called the no inventory dealer method. And here's how it works. So step number one, rather than selling random cheap products from China, we partner with established name brands in the US or in a tier 1 country that have been around for 20, 30, 40, even over 50 years that customers already know and trust. But not just any brand. There's still something missing, a key ingredient that allowed me to build to over $6 million in my first 2 years. So I discovered the ultimate way to make money online fast as a beginner. And that is by partnering with established name brands that sell expensive products that cost at least $1,000 and sometimes way more than that. Stick around to find out what my $68,000 product was. But if you want to know exactly how this works, step by step in detail, I'm going to put a link to my full free training in the description below, and I'll also pin it as a comment where I go A to Z in depth. So as soon as you're done watching this video, go check that out. Now, for some examples of products that you can sell that cost thousands of dollars, we have things like fireplaces, saunas, massage chairs, CNC machines. There are quite literally thousands and thousands of items like this. But expensive products alone isn't enough to put money in your pocket. So what is it that allows you to actually sell those products for yourself? And that brings us to step number 2. So we can reach out and request to become what is called a no inventory dealer, which means that we are not going to have to order any of our own products or stock any of our own items in a warehouse. But instead, we want to list the brand's products for sale on our own website. And we want to do so without a warehouse, without inventory, without dealing with shipping, and without ever seeing or touching an item. Now, if you're wondering why a popular name brand would let a complete beginner sell their stuff, it's very simple. For decades, these brands could only work with big retail stores like Walmart or Home Depot because they had physical locations. But the online marketplace and artificial intelligence has now changed everything. So these brands, they can now expand their reach through online dealers who do all of their online marketing for them. They literally have no downside. If they let you sell their stuff, worst case scenario, you don't make any sales. Best case scenario, you make millions of dollars for them and help expand and grow their brand to reach new customers that they would have never reached. So you can then list their products for sale using a fill-in-the-blank website that you can build in just an hour or two using artificial intelligence. And then when you make a sale, you send your customer's information to the supplier and they ship the product directly to your customer, all without you ever seeing or touching it. But here's the problem. Even if you have these brands for sale on your store, how are you going to bring in sales? You're not going to make any sales without customers actually visiting your website. We'll get to that in a minute. First though, the real genius of this strategy comes from working with these name brands that customers already know and trust. And I want to tell you a story that shows just how powerful this is. So this is my client named Cabrin. So just a couple of years ago, he was working long, grueling hours as a personal trainer. So he started working with me. He came in and within a few months, he hit $60,000 profit in one single month. He had over 10x'd his income. Now here's the thing. He made a single sale of 24 units to a famous hotel on the Las Vegas Strip for $168,000 as a complete beginner. Yes, you heard that right. One sale for $168,000. Now, how is that even possible? Very simple, because Cabrin had partnered with high-end brands in his niche. So when that hotel wanted to order products, they simply went to Google, they typed the brand name in on Google that they wanted, and then Cabrin's store popped up. And simply because he had a partnership with that brand and he had permission to sell their products, the hotel trusted him enough to wire him $168,000. I'm telling you, there is no other business in the entire world where a complete beginner can make sales like that. Is that not absolutely insane? So what is the sneaky method that Cabrin used to target this hotel? And the answer to that brings us to the final part of how this works, and that is how we drive customers. So the number one biggest advantage of working with these name brands that customers already know and trust is you can sell for brands that have thousands of people searching for them every month. So when you get started as a new online business owner, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. So nobody knows you, nobody knows your website, so no one's really looking to go buy stuff from you. But when you can partner with name brands that have been around for 30, 40, 50 years, you get to leverage their reputation, which is the biggest shortcut for any new online business owner, because that means customers will already be searching for the exact products you're selling. So most new online entrepreneurs, they advertise on Facebook, which is the most competitive advertising platform in the entire world. So instead of doing that, we advertise on Google. And the benefit of using Google is we can put our products directly in front of people already searching for them, because Google is a search engine. So if you want to learn more about how that entire process works, again, you can check out my completely free training where I go in depth on every single one of these steps, and you can access that in the description or in the pinned comment. Now, once I explain this to people, they're still skeptical. They still don't get it. So what is it that's missing? Well, I decided to dig deeper, and it shouldn't surprise you. One of the main reasons people do not accomplish their goals is due to limiting beliefs. You see, a lot of people just assume that selling a $5,000 product is way harder than selling a $50 product. But when you dig deep, you actually find that that is not the case. So high ticket items are searched for by high ticket buyers who are willing to pay high prices for them. So these people, they are way less price sensitive. So someone is not going to be going on Google and searching for a sauna that costs $10,000 just for fun. They're only going to be doing so if they can actually afford it. Now, there is an even sneakier principle at play here. 99% of people assume that they could never sell a $5,000 item, so they don't even try. Which means if you are one of the ones who try, you will automatically face 100 times less competition because there are 100 times less people trying to sell items like this. And something else that's very important is how easy something to sell has nothing to do with how much it costs. And it has everything to do with the demand. So let me give you an example. What do you think is going to be easier to sell? A random product that costs $50 that has 10 people in the entire world looking to buy it, or a $10,000 sauna with 5,000 people looking to buy that specific model. So can you see why demand of a product and not the price point is the number one determinant of how easy something is to sell? So yes, there is way less competition selling these high ticket expensive items, but that still isn't the best part about selling items like this. The best part is we also get way higher profit margins. Let's say if you're selling a $20 product at 50% profit margins, which is rare, that means you're going to make $10 profit per sale. But because when you're selling these cheap items, you're stuck advertising on Facebook, the most competitive ad platform in the world, you're going to have to spend at least $7 in ads to even sell the item, leaving you with a measly $3 profit. But now let's imagine you sell an $8,000 massage chair at 50% margins. That means you're going to have $4,000 profit. And because we're using Google, where we can target people searching for the exact models we're selling, we can get over $10 in sales for every $1 we spend on ads, meaning it would only cost us around $800 or so in ads to make the sale, leaving us with over $3,000 profit on one single item. So that means you would need to sell 1,000 $20 items at $3 profit to make the exact same amount that you would make selling just one single massage chair. Now, let's revisit the item that I sold for over $65,000. Yes, it was one single order, and yes, it was one single product. You can see it right here. So here's the proof. Now, for the big reveal, that product was an Arum sauna. So it was a high-end luxury sauna to an extremely rich guy in the US who had over 10 homes. He was getting this for his home on a cliff in California. So we got a huge sauna, a bunch of custom accessories, and a nice heater, which worked out to over $65,000. There are quite literally thousands of products like this, whether it's high-end gym equipment, whether it's luxury fireplaces, whether it's CNC machines, whether it's luxury espresso machines, medical devices, golf simulators. There are countless niches where items cost $5,000, $10,000, over $20,000 or more. And you can tap into all of these products using my approach. So once you learn this system, you can apply it to any area and sell products for the best brands in the US, even if you do not have any prior experience. Now, there's still something extremely important that we still haven't discussed. And that is that this is more important right now than ever before, because in-person shopping is dying. Retail stores are shutting down faster than ever before. And meanwhile, online shopping is skyrocketing faster than ever. E-commerce is expected to double in the next 5 to 6 years. So a lot of people think that e-commerce is already saturated and they're too late, but the truth is we are still early. Now, as we discussed, for much of history, becoming an authorized retailer for these high-end brands required hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started for a physical location, for employees, for inventory. But now, thanks to artificial intelligence and the internet, now anyone can get started with their own virtual showroom in a matter of days. Now, I still haven't told you the most powerful thing of all. With the internet, we can sell to over 400 million people at once. So many of these high-end brands and manufacturers, they need your help. So these companies are often run by older people who still rely on completely outdated marketing methods. So you can provide them an extreme amount of value. You can help them grow in today's online economy. And in exchange for helping them, they will give you a huge percentage of every sale. I'm talking thousands of dollars income into your pocket. So it has literally never been easier in history to get started with online business. Now, as I said, I barely scratched the surface of how this works in today's video. So now that you know roughly how this works and that it's possible, the next thing you should do is go watch my full free training where I break this down step by step and show you exactly how this works, and I will put the link to that training in the description. In that training, I pull back the curtains on the entire process. So remember, you don't have to start off making a few dollars profit per sale. You can skip all of that. You can offer high quality products from day one for customers that are excited about what you have to buy. So if you took any value from today's video, I'd appreciate if you hit subscribe, like the video, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section, and I will see you on my free training, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.